Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. We are 38 weeks and 2 days today, which is so exciting. If you're new here, I'm a first-time mom. I'm a stepmother already. I don't know if I've ever really said that since I've been doing my pregnancy journey on here, but I mean, if you know me in real life, you should already know that I'm a stepmother to a 12-year-old boy, and now I'm about to be a first-time mom, like biological mom, to a baby girl. So 38 weeks pregnant, and where do I start? Well, first of all, I knew it was like an instinctual thing, but I just knew that she was not gonna come before, at least before 37 weeks, but I don't feel like she's gonna come until around her due date, like right around that time. I didn't think she was gonna come weeks earlier, anything like that. And at this point anyways, once you get past week 37, the baby's no longer, you know, preterm once they're born after week 37. So between week 37 and 39, I believe, is early term. So it's almost full term, but all they're really doing within that amount of time is building on more fat, which will help them regulate their own body temperature once they're on like the outside world, outside of the womb. And I'm, let us say, 38 weeks now. So yeah, by next week she'll be considered full term. And you know, I don't know, she just doesn't seem like she's ready to to come out, in my opinion. But every day I still wake up like, is today the day? Like every time I feel like a Braxton Hicks contraction or a cramp of any sort, just like anything, even when my back is aching a lot, I'm like, am I in back labor? Like, I don't know, but from what I've been told, I will know when it's the real thing. So far I've just been extremely restless. Like, that is the word of the day every day. I'm restless. I'm still a bit out of breath, if you can't already tell. She has dropped. I just went to a prenatal appointment earlier today, and I go in every 2 weeks and we have like these group sessions. And when I came in, everyone was like, whoa, like your stomach just blew up in 2 weeks, which I told y'all was gonna happen. And she's dropped. So she is like low, sitting low, hanging low. Look at my stomach. Look at this baby. And I'm already, if you can't already tell, like pretty petite. So this is just like a big old baby. And they tried to tell me my baby was small. But what is that? Is that a whale? But anyways, so yes, my baby is taking up all this room in my body, and it's causing me to have like no air to breathe in myself. And I get tired so quickly. I'm taking naps again. I kind of feels like the first trimester a little bit as far as how tired I am, but not a sick feeling, just tired. And lots of naps, lots of sleep. I get at least like 9 hours of sleep every night, at least. And then some days, like, I'm probably about to soon take a nap for a couple of hours. I'm getting a little more picky about what I want to eat. Like, I just don't always have an appetite, which seems backwards because now like the baby's getting bigger. But I don't know, I'm being a little bit more finicky about what I want to eat and things like that. But for the most part, I'm just restless. Like, I just feel tired every day. It does feel good to walk, but I sometimes don't even have the energy to bring myself to just get up and even like attempt to walk. Like, I was walking around my apartment building a couple of weeks ago, making a habit of it so I could get some steps in every day. And around that time, I felt like she was way low. Like, I felt like the more I walked, the lower she was getting. But since I've been just kind of laying around and not really doing much activity, I don't feel like she feels like the pressure feels as low, but I always feel her being lower and lower the more I walk. So I know that I should be walking more, and yeah, that basically I should be walking more. Another thing, my hands and my feet are like so swollen. My hands are swollen to the point I mean, it might not look like it to you guys, but I know my hands. But yeah, my hands are swollen to the point that I have to wear my rings on my pinky finger, which was formerly on my ring finger, of course. It got so bad that I thought I was gonna have to get my rings cut off because I could not get them off for anything, and my skin was getting really dry and like peeling underneath the rings because I couldn't move them. So every time I would wash my hands, I couldn't really like completely dry that part of my skin off and then moisturize it. So it was getting really bad to the point that I was scared that I couldn't get it off at all. And then the day that I was going to go get it cut off, I was like, let me check YouTube first and see if there's any hacks for this, which there were a couple, and they were pretty much the same method. You just kind of slip like a piece of dental floss or something small like that underneath. I'll actually link the video in my description box because that was a lifesaver, and it hurt a little bit, but nothing compared to the attempts of trying to get the rings off past my knuckle. It was so difficult, but with, you know, a little bit of practice, I guess you could say, I was able to get both of the rings off, and now I wear them on my pinky finger because apparently my pinky finger is big enough to hold my regular ring finger size. So that's what they are for now. My ankles are swollen whenever I wear, what are they called, like ankle socks. It's over for my feet. Like by the time I take them off, it's like, you ever seen like swollen ankles on like older people and they have on socks and they're like cutting off their circulation? Like that's what my feet look like, and so I need to not wear ankle socks anymore. But other than that, the swelling, the shortness of breath, the exhaustion, I would say I'm pretty good to go. I'm as prepared as I can be. I think is a couple more things that I need to probably straighten up around the house or get to be prepared for my delivery day. But for the most part, I went like maybe like a month ago or a few weeks ago. I just had this spur of, I was just nesting like hardcore, and I got a lot of stuff done then. Washed the baby's clothes and like went through my drawers and got rid of stuff and just kind of trying to make room for the baby when she gets here. And then it slowed down drastically when I started getting really tired again. So that's the stuff that everybody was telling me to get done like way sooner, but I'm a procrastinator, so here we are. And now there's stuff still left to be done, and I just look at it like, you'll get done one day. Probably after the baby gets here, because we are tired and we're just kind of waiting for her to make her big debut and everything. So I was supposed to get my hair done today, get it braided, because I know whenever she gets here, once she gets here, the last thing I'm going to be thinking about is what I'm going to do with my hair. So I'm getting my hair braided tomorrow, and from this point on, I have appointments every week at the birthing center that I go to. And so 39 weeks will be my next one. I'm just so tired. So anyways, I'm about to take a nap soon. I just wanted to catch you guys up and let you know that I'm 38 weeks. And if you're watching this video right now, I really am 38 weeks right now. So if you watched any of my previous videos in this pregnancy journey, they seem pretty close in proximity as far as the weeks and when they were posted, because I didn't actually start posting my pregnancy journey on YouTube until the beginning of 2020, and I'm due in towards the end of February 2020. So obviously my whole pregnancy journey wasn't 2 months, but that's why if you see it saying like 6 to 10 weeks pregnant, what's the next one, 18 weeks, 31 weeks, they're obviously not being recorded either at that time or being posted when they were recorded, right? So now we're finally like really up to date. Today is February 13th, and I'll probably get this up either tonight or tomorrow. Depends on if I really take a nap after this. But yeah, so I really am 38 weeks right now, and I'm due on the 25th. So just about 2 weeks out. Okay, I have more videos that I do want to post in the meantime. Just kind of like the countdown of things, like pregnancy changes. I definitely want to talk about some less common ones that I've had, still have. And then also like when I packed in my birth center / hospital bag, which I'll get into later. And I have really like a whole list of things, but I've just been tired. So if you're pregnant or have been pregnant, you know what I'm talking about. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching and keeping up with my pregnancy journey. You can watch the rest of them on my page. There's a whole playlist for first time mom pregnancy journey on my page. If you're new here and you're interested in following my pregnancy journey as well as just motherhood with my new baby when she does get here, then subscribe to my channel. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up for me. Thank you guys.